Alright, so guys, this is the entrance of the school, and you can enter via the walkway there, but most people will be entering via car. They have a guard 24/7 there. This is kind of like where the parking is for most people. What you do is you get a parking pass and you're allowed to park there. I don't know how much you have to pay, but most students park around here. And let's zoom in over there. Over in the distance, we got Callaghan Hall. That's where the basketball players play. That's where our very own Titans play. Alright, so this is kind of the other side of the gate. And right here, I believe, is a dorm. You guys will have to forgive me because I don't know everything about the school yet. I'm only a freshman. But anyhow, today was a nice day to film, so I thought that I'd do a campus tour because I feel like it's not going to be this good weather for much longer. So this is kind of the main walkway up to the bell tower. So if you're ever lost on this campus, then you can go to the bell tower, just follow the direction of the bell tower. It's pretty easy to spot. I don't know whether I'll be able to do a full tour because I don't know everywhere. You can see over there also that we got the soccer field, but for now I'm gonna take you through the buildings and where I usually go for classes as a 7-year dental student. So we're still just going straight. It's pretty nice. I haven't really been in this building at all. Here's Commerce. Never been in there either. And you can see right there, that's where the mailing services is, that small little building over there. That's where you receive bigger packages. All the smaller stuff goes to your sums box. That's in a different place in the quads. The quads are the dorms for sophomores. Actually, sophomores have 2 dorms. They got quads and they got Holden Hall. You have a choice, choose wisely. Alright, so just now we're getting to the place that I call the main plaza. There are 2 of them. So right there's the bell tower. We got Touchdown Jesus. You'll know right away where you are as soon as you see the Touchdown Jesus and the tower right there. Here we got Commerce and Finance again. On the other side, Callaghan Hall, and the mailing services is a small building over there. Alright, so once you get to Touchdown Jesus, and it really does look like a touchdown. Yeah. Right there is a chemistry building. Now this is from the side. It looks a lot smaller from this angle than it actually is. It runs kind of lengthwise, so it's more deep than it is wide from this angle. So I'm usually in there for a lot of my classes. I got chemistry in there. I got philosophy in there too for whatever reason. This is your main plaza, so to speak. A building that I'm not in, but a lot of other people are in. A lot of the people in the Korean crew, they're in Briggs right here. Now they do English and sociology in this building. Anything to do with, I guess, social arts, they do in this building. Oddly enough though, I am not in that building. I have English in the engineering building, which I'll take you guys to in a bit. So as you can see, we're still at the bell tower. You can see this kind of central plaza here, and there's the Briggs again. I just did a 360 there. Right now you can see a lot of squirrels on campus. There's a ton of squirrels. They're all cashing their nuts right now because it's almost winter time. They got seats around, and this is our library. I don't know whether you can see it too well, but this big, square, and debatably ugly building is our library. So there you go. I think I'll do a library exploration video at a later date, but for now this is basically our library, and we have, I think there's 4 floors, 3 above ground, 1 underground, so 4 in total. And as you'll notice over there, that little glass shack is for honor students. They get special access to that building, and in there it's kind of just calm, really quiet space to study or chill. And this way I don't really go too often, so I'm not going to take you guys through, but I believe this is the architecture building. That way you can also use to get to the student union building, which is where the Titan dining room is, where we eat lunch. But for now I'll just take you along the main path. This is kind of like the central plaza, as I was saying. You get almost everywhere. What I'll do is I'll go through the main area. So between the library here and the chemistry building, which is there, this is like my most walked path, because right there is the student union straight ahead. So chemistry is right here. So as soon as I'm done chemistry, I head to the student union, have lunch. You can also see over there that there's a fountain there, a really nice fountain. And this kind of whole stretch is really beautiful, especially when it's sunny like this. So you can see this is still the library over there. They got seating there right by the fountain, and if you ever want a break, then that's where I usually go. Just listen to the water. Sounds really nice. Still chemistry building over here. They do labs right in there. I think right now might be a C-phage lab there. Student union building. So we've just circled around chemistry building essentially. Now we're gonna head to life sciences, which is where I have a lot of my classes as well. I got my chemistry lab there in life sciences, and I also got my biology lab right there. So 2 major classes there. You can't miss it. Chemistry is also very important for me because I got chemistry and philosophy there. And engineering, I only have English. So as you can kind of tell, we just did a complete circle around this chemistry building. Earlier we were just over there where the stop sign is, where those 2 people are walking. Right there. You can see the touchdown Jesus is right around where my finger's pointing. So there's a crosswalk here. This is where, you know, trucks, cars, whatever go through. And right here we got our life sciences building. It's pretty basic, nothing too special. Oh, also I have biology in here. So I have 3 classes in here. As you know, a 7-year dent or anyone who's a biology or chemistry major, they're probably gonna have a ton of classes here. So it's a very important building. Yeah. You can see the bell tower again right there, right over top, so we're really close. And I showed you guys in my first video, this is kind of where I was walking back from Biolec. It's called the Ford Life Sciences Building. That's its official name. And once again, the bell tower. I have some weird obsession with the bell tower or something, I don't know. I've mentioned it at least like 5 times so far. Chemistry again. I'm in the main plaza for usually just the library, though the others are there for English in the Briggs building. Right? And this is kind of like another stretch that I'm always on, because right here is the student union. This is a kind of back of the student union, and right straight ahead is Scheipel. It's also the main entrance of the TDR. Right here is kind of like a shortcut that most people take. This is the engineering building, so this is kind of just the back of the bell tower and the engineering building right there. Alright, so this is where I got English, weirdly enough. I imagine that a lot of engineering majors would be in here for most of their classes. Here's kind of like the main entrance of the student union building, so actually I'll take you guys there because it's a bit confusing. This is where campus police are. What you'll see is they got Titan dining room and the loft. This is the main entrance to everywhere you can eat, essentially. We only got 2 options. So right over here we got the loft. They usually run at a slightly offset time as the Titan dining room. Here they got your burgers, chicken fingers, grilled cheese, you know, traditional things like that. And here's a Titan dining room, which is locked right now. They got a Subway here as well. And here's kind of like the stir fry section. So if you guys want to see the menu, and there's Subway. So that's the loft, and this is just, if you went right, this is a stairway to the loft, I suppose. And right over here, you have the nuclear silo where they handle almost all the organizational things, finances, everything is handled there. If you eat at the loft, then they have seating over here. It's called dining services, I don't know why. They got this kind of area here you can eat at, though it's often closed whenever I go to the loft, so. And here they kind of got the main ballroom. This is a ballroom, pretty large space. That entrance there, I'll take you to the other side of that. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna circle around. You're gonna have to know the student union building pretty well as a freshman, so that's why I'm going into such detail, otherwise I wouldn't be. So here's a women's washroom. Here's the fountain lounge. Like the lighting's not so great, but you can't see it. Probably here. Yep, so that's the fountain I showed you guys earlier. This is the other side of that. And so this is kind of like the main, I don't know, you just kind of sit there and do whatever. Sometimes they have events here. Sometimes they got free food here. Mother Mary. Ministry building. TV. Sometimes they have organizations set up here, and right there is a bookstore. You saw that in my first video. So as you can kind of see right there, that's the ballroom. That's the other side, and occasionally you can also go downstairs. They have like a grounds coffee house down there, but I don't think anyone actually goes down there. I filmed it once, but Honestly, you guys won't have to go there too often anyways, so don't worry about it. Here's the Student Life Center. And this is where you get your student ID. Alright. Right here, this exit here is, oh shoot, the door's heavy. Nuclear Silo Building. I honestly still don't know what it's called, like its official name. So you can kind of see the main plazas over there straight ahead. You can see the Briggs right there, and the plazas right there. Most of the organizational stuff you gotta get done at the beginning of the year all occurs on the bottom floor, right there. International students, we also gotta go to Reno Hall to get a lot of our organizational stuff done. I'll show you guys in a bit. So this is the other side of the student union. And here's another exit. It's a smaller one. But if you want to take an Uber or a Lyft, those type of services, then you can just call them over to here and have them open the door for you. Alright, so right over here, we got Holden Hall. This is the second dorm for sophomores. It's, I don't know, it's alright, I guess. I'd choose the quads. That's a bookstore right there. We just saw it earlier. That's a public safety building. I didn't actually know about the existence of the public safety building, but if you've been locked out and there's no one to help you at the front desk of Scheipel Hall, which is our dorm, the freshman dorm, then you can go there or call there. Also, they got lost and found there, so I was there yesterday, today, just looking for my phone. No one turned anything in. Holden Hall from the outside looks pretty decent, but honestly, I would rather live in the quads. So this is kind of like the second plaza right here. Like, it's kind of this giant stretch. That's why I call it the second plaza. Although, I guess I should be calling it the first plaza because it's a lot bigger than the other one, where Briggs is. And also, I'm like sweating buckets out here. I'm wearing a really thick jacket because it was pretty cold. Now it's really warm. So, once again, at the center, there is the bell tower. Student Union here. The walkway I showed you earlier. Engineering right here. Right over there, that really modern building is the fitness center. That's where you go to work out. And right straight ahead, we got our very own Scheipel, where the freshmen live. Here we got the quads. Quads layout is kind of confusing, but it's called the quads because there are 4. Those are for sophomores again, and that's probably where I'm gonna live. A lot of the Korean sophomores that I know are living in the quads right now. Not only Korean, just sophomores I know are living in the quads. A lot of the Chinese international students are living in Holden Hall. I don't know exactly why that is, why there's that divide. Right here we got other side of the engineering building, so you always want to remember that the engineering building is right next to the fitness center. I got English there, so sometimes when Wonjin and I are done with English, because we're in the same class, we'll just head to the fitness center, play some ping pong or basketball. Sometimes I do some sprinting in there. They got a track in the second floor, though it's a bit small. And they got weights and stuff that sometimes I'll do as well. So the bell tower is directly there. You can't see it at this point. So you head this way and turn left. That is the bell tower, and here's the fitness center. Also, the tennis courts are just that way. Though I'm not going to show you guys because it's extra walking and I'll probably run out of storage space by then. But basically, there's tennis courts there, and right directly behind this fitness center, like diagonal, that's where Callaghan Hall is, the big gym where they play basketball. You can't see it from here. It's a very small campus, to be honest. It's nothing really special, I guess. But I like it. I like it because it's small. You can get everywhere within like 8 to 10 minutes. That's a really, really good thing about this. So once again, this is the second plaza, as I call it. And here's the quads. So this right here is one quad. This right here is another quad. This is kind of the quad commons, which that's actually where they have the sums boxes. That's where you're gonna get your letters, you know, smaller mail like that. So right here is the east quad. Oh oh my god.
Oh my god.
Here's the quad commons. Right here is the north quad. You can see Holden Hall is the beige colored one in the background. Quad commons. You can use your student ID to get into the quad commons because you need to be able to access your sums box. Right here is the east quad once again. And here is the quad commons. Here's the south quad. So they actually do say like which one you're at. And there's the parking. Once again, tennis court is directly that way. So let me just show you guys what the sums box is like. Right, so you can just use your key, not key, your card. And they got kind of like a little study area here. You can access all 4 quads by using this stairway. It goes underground, connects all 4 quads. This is kind of like a study area. They got a vending machine. And there's another stairs. Here's kind of like the common area, and they got a few rooms around there too. I don't think they're open right now, but here is the sums boxes. What I find a bit odd is that it's like all glass right here, so people can kind of just see when you're unlocking these. Essentially, these open like school locks, just twisting. It's kind of weird though. I'll give you right, left, right, but then they'll go like right and then AB. And what does AB mean? It means you have to go in between. That's how you open them. And then once you're done putting your code in, you twist it left. I've had a really bad experience with the sums boxes. I had to be reassigned, I think 3 times so far, because all 3 times, all 3 sums boxes I've been assigned to have not opened. So this is the first time where I checked yesterday and it actually opened, but there's someone else's mail in there. Huh, I don't know. Here's the other side, so essentially there's 2 sides. Yeah. And they got weird grading there. Here's the West Quad. The West Quad you're gonna have to know very well as a freshman, especially as an international student, because they got the wellness center there. So essentially I was just coming through this way, and I entered right there, exited right here. So, if you keep walking, this is Scheipel. Here is the wellness center. So for international students, you'll be needing to get a TB test. Now, I will post a rant about the TB test, but do not get it done in your home country. Come here and get it. Because all of us, all 10 of us in the Korean crew, we got it done in our home countries. I'm from Canada, the others are from Korea. They were all invalid because they, like this county, the Wayne State County, wants it to be done here. On campus, right here in the wellness center. So don't bother wasting your money, wasting your time, getting it done in your home country. Just come here and do it when they ask you to. Right here, they got the volleyball pit. I don't really play volleyball here. I do play volleyball, but I haven't really had the chance to play. And here again is the backside of one of the quads. And we're coming upon Scheipel. So if you saw my first video where I unpacked my bag, this is that bench. And this is Scheipel. 7 floors. Right now it's actually looking pretty good. Again, parking for students. But I gotta show you guys Reno. So Reno is actually a funny one because the 4th floor of the Reno Hall is abandoned. It is no longer used. I went there actually, and well, it kind of looks like a ghost dorm. It used to be a dorm, now it's not. They just use it for international students, and they got a few classes going on there. I don't really know what classes, but yep. As an international student, the international student office is in the basement of Reno Hall, so you're gonna have to know this place really, really well. I've been here half dozen times already, and just to sort out all the international student affairs, that type of thing. So make sure that you know this place really, really well as an international student. If you're not international, I imagine you wouldn't have to come here too often unless you have classes here for whatever reason. I don't know which classes you'd be in, but they do have a few. Alright, sorry guys, I don't know why, but my camera stops filming every half an hour or so. I don't know exactly why that is. I lost footage of me actually showing the international student office. That's what I'm gonna do again. I'm going through it all over again. Luckily it wasn't too much, so not a big deal. So once again, vending machines, classrooms, meeting room / classroom, counseling and other clinics here should you need them. So right there they got the psychology clinic. Right here we got the counseling clinic, and the place where I go to most, the place you'll have to know best as an international student, is down here in the basement. So you can see right here, there's Scheipel once again, though you can't enter from this door, which kind of sucks, but whatever. International student office, so you're gonna have to know this place very well. This is basically where you go a lot if you're an international student, especially at the beginning of the year. Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. We're very multicultural here at this school. At least that's what I hear. Honestly, I kind of see that too, which is pretty great. And let's go back to Scheipel. Alright, so that's about it. So, I'm saying this a second time, jeez. But, I'm sorry if I missed a few buildings. Hope you guys will go easy on me for that, because I don't really have classes in all the buildings, but if in the future that I have classes in other buildings, then I will talk about those buildings and give you a tour then. But for now, I tried to capture a good representation of most of the buildings here and which ones I go to for classes. And I hope you enjoyed it. Wow, the lighting is pretty good here. Yeah. Whew. Though my hair is awful, jeez. I cut it myself. I'll put that video up in the near future. But here we are at Scheipel. It's time to start a new video, because I gotta do a dorm tour.